We're bringing in the maestro, Mr. Leer Jetta, coming in. My man,
Yo, what's up, Evan?
how you
What's
doing?
good, man? I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm great, dude. I'm great. So we got some
Good.
big news.
Yeah. That's right.
So
Got my.
so if you don't know Leer Jetta, uh, he's the recording artist, the maestro behind the top 10 theme song on all my videos. And
It's
we first connected when? We first connected 2 years ago?
it was 2 years ago. I hit you up and I was like, man, listen, I got some stuff and it'll be honorable for you to listen. And when you responded, I'm like, oh man, he really he really responded, because a lot of times you like reaching out and I think people think like you were spamming them or something. And sometimes, you get so used to that, people think you're spamming them. So I always try to be courteous. And when you reached out, I was like, man, this brother he real, man. He really about the people. That's what's up, man.
So wait, you reached out to me where? Instagram?
On Instagram, yeah.
And you just said, hey, I'm an artist. I got some music. Maybe you
Yeah.
want to feature it?
Yeah, I've been following you and I saw like we were always interacting with each other posts. So I'm like, you know what, how about reaching out? How about, going more into depth about what I do? I follow you and I see you looking at my stuff and I figure, hey, let's work something. Let's see where we can get going.
Yeah. So then I don't fully remember the conversation, but in my head it went something like this. Cool, man. Send me your catchiest song, your favorite song. You got one shot. I'll listen to one song. I don't want the whole album. Give me one song. Is that what I said?
That's what you said. You said,
okay,
man, let's see what we can do.
Give me one.
Yes.
And then he sent me one. And most people, their stuff isn't that good yet. And it's okay. It's like, or it's just not a fit for me and what I want to do.
Right.
So he sent me this song called New Friend.
Yes.
And I really dug it.
Yes. Thank you, man.
Dude, I love this song, but the lyrics don't quite fit what I'm doing on my channel. Yeah. Can we change up some of the lyrics and just take the hook, and so it's 20 seconds or whatever, and we turned it into the top 10 songs. So all my videos, top 10, you can see the description. Go check out leerjetta.com. And that's been like, people look forward to hearing the song every day.
Let me tell you, I'll have people hit me up and say, did you do the top 10? And I'm like, oh, wow, yes, I did. So it's definitely something, man. And it's encouraging. I definitely would say it's encouraging. Sometimes you tell people to go for their dreams and their goals. And I think sometimes we can underestimate what we have. And then it takes that somebody to just say, listen, just give it a push. And sometimes we're scared to reach out to these big people or people who can help us, because you think, like I just told you, along the lines of, it's probably a trillion artists in somebody's inbox right now, like, yo, check out my mixtape, or what you think about this beat or something. Mm-hmm. Definitely that part could be discouraging, especially when you don't have the pull. So to anybody that's watching this, just take your opportunity. Like, don't be scared, because this was just a prime example of me and you never met before. We just was like going back and forth, and it wound up turning into something. That definitely sparked something in me even more.
And I think too, like, if you're going to reach out, if you're an artist, you want to reach out, or you want to collab with somebody, the people who you already mess with are likely going to be your best first bets anyway. So like, I didn't know you, but you were already messing with my content a little bit. And so you knew we were already kind of on the same wavelength, even though I didn't know you existed yet.
Right.
So it's a good chance to look at who else are you following, who else are you messing with on Instagram, and then that same kind of outreach is a fantastic first place to start. But I gotta ask you, dude. So this was like 2 years ago.
Yes.
And the song "New Friend" is fire, but like just dropped this week or last week.
Right, because you know what, the record was just that special to me. Like, when I have so much music. Like, I love music. Yeah. And when I made that song, I'm like, you know what? This is special. I'm not just going to throw it out there for it to sit somewhere in time and space. This has to turn into something. And I think when I sat there and I wrote it, it was just like, I just saw a big picture for it. I'm like, this has to be something. Has to be something greater. And so I'm like, you know what? When the time is ready, I'll know, and I'll let it sit there. I'm like, it'll come when the time is ready, And I just left it there. But I knew it was gonna be something.
And now, did you release a whole album or just the single?
No, just a single. I'm actually working on new music right now because I want to put something out this year. So like in this time that we been in this quarantine, I feel like it's just the best opportunity to be productive. So I've been like writing new music and getting ready to put out something. I just feel like it's the time, like especially with like I see how you in promoting a book about serving,
Yeah.
and I thought about that like people are in need right now. It is less about being an artist, but more so using your voice as something positive to pick people up.
I love it, dude. And for people who now want to hear the whole song, they can go check it out instead of just the 20 seconds on my channel.
Yeah, they
what
can.
YouTube, I guess, is the best spot.
Yeah, YouTube, Spotify. You can go to leerjetta.com. You can buy it. You go to my website. It has all the information that you need there. leerjetta.com, from all my social media where you can get my stuff from. Go pick it up. I hope it encourages you. That's the drill. Just hope it pick you.
I love, and listen, I think you gotta not be so protective over your stuff.
Yes, that's true. That's very true.
Like and I made the mistake of being a perfectionist a lot when I was younger in my entrepreneurial career, because it's great now. I mean, I'm so pumped that it's out, dude. Like as soon as I saw it out, it's like, dude, you want to come on IG Live? You want to, right? Like as soon as I saw it up, I'm like hitting him up on DMs, like, dude, we need to do an IG Live and put it on your channel. Like, let's go.
Yes, I'm super pumped up. I'm like, okay, Ev,
let's go, man. Let's go. But like it could have been 2 years of momentum and people knowing your name, and like and not just the ego of people knowing who you are, but you want to put it out to serve and to help people to find friendship and all that. And like that's 2 years of stuff that could have happened, right? Momentum could have happened, serving that could have happened. And so it's not to harp on the past and whatever mistakes were made, but like ongoing, the next thing.
Right.
Get it up. Get it up.
I think it was more too, I was in a transition in my life, like more of I wanted things in my life to be more purposeful. And I felt like when I was making music before, I didn't like my message. Like I didn't like the message because it was just like the common, to be honest, like talking about the fast life and this, and I'm like, you know what? When I looked at the people and when I look at what's going on, I'm like, you know what? My voice got to be better than this. So I actually took some time out to work on myself, and I agree with you. I'm like, you know what? This time it was very productive, but I understand completely what you're saying because I thought about that. I'm like, you know what? I could be doing more. So that's what kind of made me come out of my hiding space, to be honest. What you just said is the reason I came out of hiding. I'm like, you know what? Let's just put my best foot forward and just do this thing.
Yeah, and music it's always an expression, right? It's an expression of self. It's art. And so you'll see it very often in people's albums that you look at the Beatles and, like the White Album is not the same as Sgt. Pepper. Like you grow and you evolve and you change. And people often say, like, as the Beatles got bigger, say, well, why don't you play your first songs? Like, why don't you, well, we're not that band anymore. Like we've grown, right. And so how many songs were made about breakup and heartache?
Right.
But then like they moved on and now they have a great relationship. They don't want to sing about
the
relationship and breakup. Right. So I wouldn't judge yourself for wanting to live the high life and wanting to make the songs that everybody else is making, and whatever you were feeling at that moment. Don't feel like that's wrong. That's just what you were thinking at that moment.
That's absolutely true.
And then 2020, Leer Jetta is now saying, hey, that was young me. That was me without self-confidence, without guidance, not knowing what to do. Now I'm on my come up. Let's go. Right? Like, just turn all of your feelings into songs.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? That's what I'm doing now. Like on this new thing I'm working on, I just look forward to sharing it, man. Like less talking, more walking. But I look forward to, just really sharing it. So in this time, yes, like, dude, I'm so pumped up right now. It's not even funny. Like trying to contain all this energy right now.
I love it, dude. I love it. I want to hear. I've only heard one song from you in 2 years. I want to hear more. I want to start my day with Leer Jetta.
Yes, I got more for you coming up. Okay. And I'm gonna send you some stuff too.
Okay, I want it to be like first ears on it, dude.
Yes, you will.
All right, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, man. But listen, I'm happy for you too, bro, man. Like you out here pumping the people up, and I think that's what the difference is. You're not like you're like I really care about helping people to grow. You're not like check everything out, Evan Carmichael. You like listen, how can I help you to grow? And the serve thing, that's a big that act of humility right there to serve. That's like one of the greatest like acts to learn how to humble yourself to help other people. So I really appreciate what you're doing. You know, I appreciate this opportunity, but I really love what you do, man, because you're really about people's growth, you know, and
Thank you,
that's what
man.
makes it even more dope.
And do it, and so are you. And there's not that much of a difference, to be honest. I mean, I'm a little ahead. I've just been doing it longer. But the only difference is a consistency. I remember maybe 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I sat down with a guy named Adam Ivy. I don't know if you know him. He's in the music business.
Yes, I do. You know, I heard from him last night. I sent him something last night, and he hit me up in my inbox and said thank you. So that was funny that you even mentioned his name.
Nice, dude. All right. So Adam Ivy, a number of years ago, I'm in Orlando. He's in Orlando.
Yes.
And he's like, hey, let's meet up. And so we went to one of those outlet malls, and my wife went kind of shopping for stuff. And I sat down at Starbucks for like an hour with him. And he said, dude, I love what you're doing. I'm doing my thing. I want to be the next Gary Vee. I'm gonna make content. You make content, and like let's keep building and hustling. And then I didn't really hear much from him, and I kept on doing my thing. And then 4 or 5 years later, he posted to his Instagram. You can scroll back to it and find it. And he tagged me, and he said, 4 years ago, I met Evan at this Starbucks here in Orlando, and I told him I was going to be the next Gary Vee, and he was going to go off and do his thing. And he went off and did it, and I just kind of didn't build the momentum. But now I want to. Now I'm going to try. And you see now he's pumping out a lot more stuff. And so like that's the only difference. You look at the past 2 years, I've just been pumping out more content. And every video I make is like a song, and it's never perfect. And I always want to go back and tweak it after.
Yes.
But like get it up. And so that's the only difference between, like, I just don't want that to be the next 2 years.
Yes.
There's like only 3 more songs that come out instead of like all the stuff that's in your head. Even if it's not perfect yet, you can make another version. Like you can make New Friend Part 2, the remix. Because you didn't like some of the lines in it or whatever, right? Like it's okay. That's the beauty of music and art, is it's constantly changing and evolving, and you get to decide because it's your craft.
Yes,
So,
and you know what? I love what you said, because I always felt like I was such a perfectionist, and it's so funny because the people around me always like, you need to drop, dude. You got so much stuff. You are like so gifted, and I'm like, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do that. You know, like that's always, and like it wasn't until lately, I'm like, you know, what am I doing here? Like, why am I doing all this? I don't need to do all this. You know, I'm like, you want to wait to this, and then you're watching so many videos of people like, oh, do this and do that, and you want to market this, and I'm like, you know what? I start getting away from that lately, and that's why I'm like, just listen to like a certain group of people, and like, you know what, I focus on that growth now. So really, this is a huge year, man. That motivation is right. But I encourage anybody even watching this, because sometimes as artists, anybody, like we can try to be so much like perfectionists that we think we have to have it all together before something actually happens. You know what I mean? Like it got to be picture perfect, you know. And then you don't sell the organic this and that. I started realizing that too. Like you don't come across as much as organic when you do that. I didn't like that aspect of it. You know?
So I stopped being a perfectionist, or like it's still something I fight against. But when I was 22, I lost a $40 million deal in my first business because I was trying to be too perfect and have the perfect business plan, and ended up losing a deal just because I was too slow. Like I could have had a chance, but they said no because I was too slow to the table. And so it's a constant fight against being a perfectionist, because you can always find another way to make it better, but you got to get something up.
Right.
What I would say is focus on it's not even about you, dude. It's not about me and it's about the community. It's about the people who are going to be moved. Like your song might save somebody's life.
Right. Absolutely.
Right? Like music has that power. This morning, I was feeling low energy because I hadn't slept much, and I put on music. I put on some Freddie Mercury, and then I'm like bouncing here in the office.
Right.
Right?
Picking me up. Yeah.
Right? So like you're doing that for people, but if you're not, If you're not putting it out, you're not serving.
That's true.
Right? So
yeah,
it's not selfish to get it out there. It's selfish not to get it out there. It's selfish just to keep it inside your head to yourself. It's not even about you, man. It's about the community and the people who you're going to serve with the music.
Right. Well, that's the aspect this year that, you know, definitely I held myself more accountable to. And that's what made me say, you know what, this song is going to be put out there, and I'm going to follow up, and I'm going to work on this project, and I'm going to put stuff out there.
I love it, dude. Okay, so for people who may not be as familiar, so the song is called New Friend, Leer, Jetta, Leerjetta. Go check it out. What is New Friend about? What's the song about? Because they may only know the top 10 song. So what's New Friend actually about?
The New Friend is just about that journey to finding yourself and realize that you think you need all this stuff, but then you realize there's a greatness inside of you. That's what that song is. So it's about how I used to like think of all this stuff, and you know, you get to know yourself, and you think people are about you, and you think you need all these things, but you realize, no, everything that I need is already inside of me. It just needs to come out already. So it's about just that inspiration of greatness, that journey to greatness.
Dude, I love it. I love it so much. You want to give us a quick like version?
Yes, I will. Said they tried kicking me when I'm down, burying me in the sand, but I came out the winner. In fact, the strongest man. All this evil will eat you. Closest people deceive you, never claiming they need you. Then they come to the seat, cool, and the haters be so reckless. They won't be stuck up on that block like Tetris with no careers going, hitting the pots and pans, claiming I'm making songs. I think you're thinking wrong, and fronting like you're showing love, taking off like a comet, y'all clean the tubs. Real truth is that you got a grudge, and everything you make it up is starting to get a smudge. I leave it alone now, except for break the wrong men from the tall child. That's what we doing now. Now's time to open another chapter of the victory lap, and now my head is in full of that to say hello.
Man, dude, I love it, man. I love it. When are we getting you on Sway? Come on, we got to get you on Sway show. It's happening.
Right. So tell Sway how to be, man.
Right? Let's go.
I want to get on Sway. Tell Sway what's up.
Let's go. I don't know Sway yet, but we got to make that happen. I love Sway. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, anything else I can help you with?
Yes, man. You can continue to help me to be motivated, bro. This knowledge, this wisdom, this motivation, this iron sharpens iron. That's what I need to keep that healthy community around me where I can keep elevating. And, you know, I definitely want to keep learning. So what I would say is the best way I can get help is keep dropping them nuggets on your brother and doing what you do, encouraging people, because that encourages me.
Cool, man. Well, when am I getting my next song? When am I getting first years on the next draft?
I'm going to send it to you today.
Today? All right. All right. Cool, man. I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
I'm going to send you a song I got that I made called Worldwide. And I think it's the perfect time for this, too. So you'll tell me what you think about it. I'll send it to you today.
All right. Looking forward to it, man. Well, you're getting lots of love in the chat. People now saying following Leerjetta on IG.
Thank y'all so much. I love all y'all in advance. And listen, man, follow me on my journey. Go and check out my song New Friend. It's on Spotify. It's on my website. That's leerjetta.com. LEERJETTA. And I thank y'all so much. This is like super humbling for me. So I appreciate everybody on this live.
I love it so much, man. Like, it was legit such a heartwarming. You didn't tell me you were dropping a song. I just saw it show up in my feed. It's like, dude, he's got it out. I'm so pumped. And you've got such a big heart and so much light and warmth and love inside you. And I'm just pumped to see it. Like, the next 5 years is going to be insane for you, man. And I'm pumped that we can look back on this Instagram live and say, dude, this is where it started.
Yes. And I'm going to say something to you. You know, when you sent me that video, like, let's go, new friend, I got a new friend. I was running to my son. I'm like, look. I was like, man, I was so hyped, man. Thank you so much for all the love, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Awesome, man. We'll connect soon. Send me that song tonight.
I'm going to send it to you tonight, man. You have an awesome rest of the day. And all y'all who tuned in, thank you so much. Hope y'all day be blessed.
Much love. Thank you, man.
All right, Ev.
Take care.
All right, peace out.